I've never seen it look like this before. I don't know what to make of it. I kind of like it. I don't know what today. Good morning. It's Friday. So, beginning of the morning, I've got to strike the last video of 2020. And I screen recorded when I went in to make the appeal because the dream that I was talking about is relevant. Now, they've done this a couple times. And this is where I say we really can't let ourselves believe that subjectively we can be oppressed by this system. It has to be, in all cases, us. Now, I know that's difficult to say a lot. Someone else was saying it last night. A lady saying, when you feel like you're being attacked, why don't you ever consider that might be your shadow side, or that might be one of your alter personalities in the astral plane? And she was right. She was right about that, because normally you don't, there's no, without there being some sort of profit base, something to gain, gaming the human for the actual gang stalker commander side, they just want people to die, preferably by suicide, preferably executing high amounts of loosh food the whole way into hell. That's what they want, and at any time you can hijack into that program when you become sovereign and you become aware of the dynamic of multidimensionality and stalking yourself from the awareness point of view. So it had recalled to me, I'm telling a dream. Now, what I first said was because I had said what I said about both the election and the C to the V. C the V. C the V. And those had been there. They had already begun their oppression of anyone that said anything about the election. So why suddenly did this one stand out? And I think it's because of the dream. The last time this fucking YouTube was going to have me a strike, and it was going to give me 2 weeks off again, in a critical time when I didn't need that shit. I'm not monetized, obviously, but I'd like to work my way towards that. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to, and then I can do my own stuff, but it takes, when you're combative and all the shit that I find myself to be, it can take a long time, and it is taking a long time, but I put a shitload of videos up. There's all kinds of shit. They're not always the best, but they've gotten a lot better now that I have an idea of what I'm doing and doing it all day, every day. So the dream said I was somewhere near the Rocky Mountains, and I had this sword in the dream, and I was a member of an elite sword fighting club, which I remember that. There's also a gentleman's group of sports fishermen, and it's these Turkish guys. That's another one. I forgot about that. They're these Turkish guys, and they're really like ascended masters or something, but they play the role of these guys that are on fishing trips, like these Arabs. Well, they're Turks. They're not Arabs, and they're not like the new Turks. They're cool. These guys are fucking cool. They're cool as shit. They're very, very stylish, and otherworldly. Incredible cast of characters. But how they wove their self into the awareness of that. Let me finish the dream. So I've got this sword, and I cut the earth like you're going to cut the grass. Or I stuck the sword into the earth, and separated the soil from the rock, and it opened up and made a portal that you could go in. Now, in this dream last night, where behind this girl's house, not last night, the other night, behind this girl's house was supposed to be the river, and we were supposed to go through there to go to wherever we were going, because we both had the same, we're going to this place for this thing. You know, that was the destiny that we both shared. It's not like I'm a psycho and I'm going to put this destiny shit on just any person. No, no, it was in the dream. It was in the dream, and it was clear. I don't think like that, and I don't subscribe to just trying to have a destiny with any person that just tickles your fancy. I don't, you can't, when it has to do with your destiny, which is something I roughly believe in, predetermination. You don't, you don't just force that onto somebody or try to, hoodwink them with, oh, it's our destiny to blah, blah, blah. No, this had to do with something that we had to go and do, and it had to be done, and we were on our way, and this was the female counterpart to that. Although she was younger than I, it was weird because she was a lot younger than I would have wanted or sought, and I was finding this out in the dream, but it didn't matter. It worked out. It was working out. It was going the right way. I've been in relationships with people that I was aware of us having to do something, and the time not being, an extended, false belief in forever until we die. You know, not that I'm against that, but I'm just saying that in all likelihood, most people that get married, 50% of them get divorced. So you really have to be a badass couple and really have to be into each other to have a marriage and to survive it in this current age. A marriage hasn't changed. The institution of marriage has not changed, but people have changed. And people they're not willing to discover each other and themselves along the same line. I gotta find myself. I gotta do my thing. I've gotta fuck 30 guys. And then, and guys are the same way. And guys are the same way. 50 guys. If she says 30, it means 60. Anywho, so in order to relax him sleep for my dad, because they're going to cut him off of his sleep medicine, which he periodically gives to me, and it helps me penetrate the dream realm. I say because, well, taking this keto shit, I nearly couldn't go to sleep at all last night. It took me a long time to go to sleep, and I was dosed. So I should have been groggy, and I should have been tranked out. But I had the one scoop of the keto in the morning in my coffee, and that shit lasts all fucking day. All day. All day. You feel good. You feel great. It's really nice. Keto. Let me get it. Let me showcase it one more time. I got another bag of it somewhere, but I gotta throw shit around and find out what I did with it, because this is really good stuff and it's worth it. It's really good stuff. You get 3 of these bags for like $46. It might have ended up being 57. I can't remember. It was a whole fucking thing trying to get this shit accomplished. So in the back of the yard, and I'll go on the map and I'll show this, behind the girl's house is some dark spot that looks like a portal. Now, I just roughly dreamed of the neighborhood. I knew what neighborhood I was. I knew what area of town. So I went over the Google map and I looked in that area, and I found a house with a pool, and I remember seeing the boat by the pool, because the dad put the boat into the pool and then left with the trailer. It didn't really make any sense, but that's how dreams are. He slid the boat. It was just a small boat. We could have took it down this river. We could take it down the bayous. It was a small boat. It had a motor. It would have got us wherever we needed to go. But he put it in the pool, and then he took off. And that's what happened. The idea was we could have somehow got it to the river that wasn't there in that town in Houston. But I'll show on the place what I'm talking about, because if you look behind there, well, we'll look and see. Sending me that. So this is the house. So I'm in this house. Oh, and see, Dad somehow. What, they got an apartment back there? And they got some shit. This is this big ass place. They got their own apartment behind it. This looks so familiar. I've been here before. I've seen this place. I don't know what it is. This big dark spot. Okay, this is the water. I have been here. This is what I said. It looked like a hole going into the earth. This is just a pond that you walk around. This is a dog park now. People come out here and walk their dog. Whenever when I was 5 years old, this place had a pirate ship out of wood up here, and I went and we had my birthday. I came to this park a lot of different times, but it was on this fucking hill. It was really badass. They don't have shit like that no more. In the 80s, they had really cool fucking playscapes and shit like that. When the same birthday party right here, there's a picnic table. This picnic table right here and right here. I had my 5th birthday party here. I got Inspector Gadget. Before they put this trail, I had a lot of sex in these woods too. I did. Where this trail is. It wasn't there before, but me and my ex used to come back here and have sex a lot. I don't know. That looks about the spot. It looks about the spot. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's my mattress. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm crazy. But that's what I dreamed. Anyway, that's what I'm telling you. So I knew it because this is my home neighborhood. This is where I went to high school over here. This place. Stop it. This is the high school, I believe. Looks like it. That's the church. What is this? What's going on here? What road is that? Is that Bellway 8? That's too far. Okay, North Shore Middle School and North Shore High School. They moved the high school to, it used to be, the hell is that? Okay, this is the old high school. This is the one I went to. It was the 9th grade and 10th grade campus at the time. And my first job was on this corner. I worked at a Schlotzsky's in this deli right here that has this thing on top of it. And I would go in the morning at like 3 in the morning. I would bake the bread, and I had the key. And then I'd finish the bread and put them on the cooling rack, so they came in at 9, and they were able to get all the shit. And then I'd go to school here, which wasn't very difficult. And this is where most of my dreams, I'm and running around in this area. Now, the lawyer who, this is his office right here, this place. It might be this house. I think it's this house. It's this house or this place. This is the lawyer that is in charge. It's Fred Boss, professional. And my wife, whenever I met her, she lived right here on the corner. This was her house. This house right here. And in the back it has another little house. Now this is the one back here. This is where she lived. And me and her lived out in this back, in this thing. And she's somewhere in the world. I don't know what's going on with her. She doesn't communicate anymore. I tried to get my sister-in-law to send her a video I made, but I don't know. I would like to talk to her because I don't. What the fuck is that just floating in the air? Some traffic light shit. maybe it's an alien. Maybe it's observing. Are you observing? Yes, I am. Okay.